Eamonn Holmes' blunt reaction to BBC, splashing out £63 million on taxis for guests. The GB News host went on a scathing rant. GB News presenter Eamonn Holmes went on a scathing rant after reports of the BBC spending £63 million on taxis for guests. The 66-year-old TV host had been reading Monday morning's headlines when he hit out, saying it was a load of nonsense. He read out a front page which claimed that the Beebs are set to blow £63 million on cabs that are available 24/7. Eamonn then went on, "Well, how do these people actually think that you get guests into the studio?" A guest on the show, Olympian Kriss Akabusi, then agreed as he said, 100%. "It's absolute madness." Eamonn added, "It's an essential part of what they do." Kriss replied, "Exactly. You'd have no guests, no presenters, nobody if you say, actually no, we're not going to get you there, make your own way." Eamonn's co-star, Ellie Costello, then added to the discussion, saying, "Especially on late-night programs and early morning starts if there's no public transport. I mean, there's no other way, is there?" Regular presenter Dawn Neeson then played devil's advocate as she said, "Well, for balance though, they do pay for taxis if you live quite close and it's the middle of the day and you can easily get public transport." Kriss then hit back once more saying, "But it's not about that. They need to make sure that you get there on time. If the BBC, or any company, sends a car for you, it's because it's vitally important that they know you are on site, in the building, in the green room and ready to go." Eamonn then pointed out that they are just using taxis, not limousines. "The other thing is, if they don't send you in a taxi they'd have to send you on a train, which is much more expensive, or an aeroplane," he continued. "So how do you base your whole organization in Salford and how are people supposed to get there? Walk. You know, what a load of nonsense." Dawn then continued to play the opposing card as she pointed out one huge problem. "In an organization of that size, it's not that much money in the grand scheme of things," she said. "But the problem is that it is our money." Ruth Langsford shares poignant realization about life, on her own, after Eamonn Holmes split. Ruth Langsford shared a realization about life, on her own, after her split from Eamonn Holmes as a debate on Monday's Loose Women took a rare personal turn. The 65-year-old returned to our screens for the latest installment of the ITV show alongside Colleen Nolan, 60, Kelly Brook, 46, and Jane Moore, 63. The 65-year-old returned to our screens for the latest installment of the ITV show alongside Colleen Nolan, 60, Kelly Brook, 46, and Jane Moore, 63. The panel got chatting about a number of newsworthy topics throughout the episode, but one discussion saw Ruth, who split from ex-Eamonn in May 2024 after 14 years of marriage, open up about life as a single woman. Anchor Ruth brought up the importance of female friendships and feeling part of a sisterhood. Kelly and Jane shared some lovely stories about their close pals, and Ruth shared, "I feel the older I get, and of course, I'm on my own now. I think anyway, the older I get, I realize how important my female friendships are. I think when you're younger, I've got friends from school, my best friend Jenny and I met on our first day at senior school." She continued, "She lives in Thailand. She was home for a bit and we got together, like you said, we go straight back into, do you remember that day in double maths? But also we have been through some very, very difficult times in our lives together. Even though she lives abroad, I just always know that we've got each other and my other friends who have got me through so many things. As I'm older I realize you need to really hang on to those friendships and work even harder at them, actually." Ruth and TV star Eamonn shocked fans when they announced their separation back in May 2024. The former couple tied the knot in 2010 after 13 years together. They share a son together called Jack. A spokesperson for the couple said at the time, "Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes have confirmed their marriage is over and they are in the process of divorcing." Eamonn has since moved on with Katie Alexander, 43. The Loose Ladies also spoke about how Jennifer Lopez, 56, and Nikki Glaser, 41, made a cheeky remark about J-Lo's former relationship with Ben Affleck, 53. Ruth explained, "Lots of people were going, that's quite nice isn't it? Seeing her able to laugh at that whole relationship and the double name and Ben. We wondered how long does it take someone to get over a relationship." Kelly joked, "They do say to get over someone, you've got to get under someone, Ruth, that is the quickest way." She then added, "I'm joking." But Jane and Colleen pointed out very seriously that she was so not joking. Like Jane said, it's experience, so maybe as we've experienced life, we've experienced heartbreak more than once perhaps, we're older and hopefully wiser, Ruth said. That you realize, like you said, you've got to look after yourself, and you can't expect other people to complete you. Jane, who was married to Gary Farrow between 2002 and 2022, said, your greatest relationship in life should be yourself. Know yourself, love yourself and know you're going to be okay on your own if you have to be. It's lovely if someone comes along and adds to your life, but certainly, at our age, we're not building a family anymore. We're not going to be having babies or building a nest, we would only want somebody in our lives that brings something or enhances it.